Put it on the motherfucking flow.
But she gon' show us where you stash it though, nigga.
So what's up, y'all? My name is Six. You may or may not know me from Instagram at a time when I look like this, or maybe even this. As you could tell, a lot has changed since then. I have lost I think I lost like about 125 pounds. My heaviest weight was 370 pounds. And right now, today, I'm currently 245 pounds. First thing I want to talk about, I do have some disclaimers throughout the video. I do have some things that I want to say. If you hear me use the terms BBW, plus size, fat, chunky, big backery, if you hear any of those terms, anything like that, please know that I'm saying it with love. I'm saying it just to describe. I'm saying it just as a descriptor and not as how I truly internally feel about myself or felt about myself. The way that I looked then, I thought that I looked like this. Like in my mind, I always looked how I look right now. First thing I want to say, I always thought I was a bad bitch. I always thought I was that girl. I always thought I was it. I always thought I was her. I always thought I was a chicken salad. Okay, like there was nothing in my mind that told me I wasn't. Women was flocking. I was getting women regardless. It doesn't matter. People were always approaching me. People were always talking to me. People were always calling me pretty, buying me things. Me being fat had nothing to do with me being beautiful. Had absolutely, like, they were parallel to each other. It had no correlation. So if you right now are bigger, it has nothing to do with if you're beautiful or not. Because people were still tricking and doing everything for me then. And because I carried myself like I look like this when I look like that. So yeah, when I was a kid, I was always like a little chunky. Because I was tall and I played basketball when I was in elementary school up until like grade 10 of high school. I was always kind of like fit. I was always a chunky fit, like a slim, I don't want to say slim thick because I had a little bit more thick than slim, but like I was like a chunky slim thick, if you feel me. Like the body was tea, okay? Like run and tell that the body was tea. I wish I had pictures to insert, but I don't have anything from when I was in high school, unfortunately. So moving forward now, I'm out of high school, I'm an adult, I'm living on my own, and my body pretty much stayed the same. Like throughout my life, I've always maintained this weight, size, look, experience. This has always been me. Let's get into the juicy part, because this is the part that y'all really came to see. This is the part that y'all really wanted to subscribe for. So, a disclaimer. I am not speaking ill. I am not speaking about any persons, any places, or anything in a negative tone. I'm just speaking my experience. So whatever I say moving forward, nobody to take it like I'm bashing or I'm blaming anybody for what I did to myself. I don't want anybody to think that is the case, because that's not the case. I'm very grateful for that experience. I'm very thankful to be able to be who I am today because of what I went through and who I was and the person that I was. I love her. The people that surrounded me, love them. So there's no animosity or there's no negativity. So that's another disclaimer. Okay, cool. I got into a relationship that you guys may or may not know about. It was very public. It was very serious. We were married. So baby, I was not in these streets with y'all. I had me my nigga. We was very comfy. We was very happy. We met in 2017. But this video is not about the relationship that I had. This is about my weight gain through it and then the weight loss after. This is not about my relationship that happened. Am I gonna make a video about that? Let's see how this one does. No, I'm joking. I got into that relationship and you know how it goes. Like y'all are just in love and like eating food and you gain happy weight and you're out going on dates, and me and that nigga love the buffet. I'm not gonna lie to you. Me and that nigga love the motherfucking buffet. Oh, wait. Especially, there's this one in Toronto. It's called Mandarin. Ooh, they got the best chicken wings ever. We would go there like clockwork. And I think it was like $30 a person if we would go during like lunchtime. Bro, mental memory. We would hit up a buffet probably like once or twice a week.
Should be too good, should be too seasoned.
Okay, maybe I'm dragging it with weekly. Maybe it was like bi-weekly. But we were hitting a buffet at least twice a month, bro. We was up in that Mandarin with our plates and our bibs. And we was not playing no games. So boom. But this is something I was consenting to. I was very happy shoveling those spoonfuls of rice down my throat. I was very happy slurping on them noodles. I am not complaining, okay? I had a bestie that I was doing my big backery with, and we was outside, okay? Let's move forward. We're currently living in Toronto. We're experiencing buffets. We're just happy, like, oh my God, we found our person, and we're just eating, and we're just live life, love, eat food. We're young, we're sexy, we're young, black, and hot. We want to be outside. We want to move to California. We had a little buzz going. So it's like, okay, boom, why not? Like, and she's from California. So we're thinking, oh, baby, we want to make it to the big leagues. Like, we're about to, oh God, I'm making it about the relationship. And it's not about the relationship. It's about me being fat. Girl, get back. We moved to California now. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but California has some really good
Should be
food.
too seasoned.
So March of 2018, we moved to California. Obviously, over this time, it's progressing. I'm gaining weight. We're outside, we're eating food, and we have no boundaries. While we're out there, going crazy. Literally eating and enjoying everything that I'm seeing on Instagram. All the new food spots, all the taco trucks, all the everything and everywhere. We want to try it. We're excited. We're happy. Like, and we've had a little coin on us, so why not? Within the midst of us moving to California, we ended up being without a home. We were living in my car. It was a very crazy experience because I was ignoring I was ignoring what was going on around me so much to the point where I didn't really take in that I was sleeping in my car. I don't know. I think for a lot of my life, I was living on autopilot. I was kind of just waiting for something to change for something to change. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of my life, I realized I lived and I just let things go with the flow because I was waiting for something drastic to happen, for a change to happen, and for things to just be changed overnight, if that makes any sense. Me getting to that relationship, like, I realized how much my ex was an armor for my appearance, how I looked and how people would say certain things. She would always go to my defense, no matter where it was, no matter what the time was. That nigga, oh my gosh, she literally seen me as just like perfection. She never thought I was fat. She always told me, babe, you're slim thick, you're my little chocolate drop. You know what I mean? Like, so having somebody who you find to be so attractive, literally affirming to you that you are perfection, you're slim thick, you're not fat, you don't need to change, you don't need to do anything, you're good how you are, like, you start believing it. And on top of that, I'm out the way, y'all. I have my chicken salad at home. I have my little yeah with the yeah. Like, I don't need to play with none of y'all. Like, so if anybody was saying anything bad about me, anything negative about me, she was the first person, TTG, like, in them comments. What you say about my wife? With having that energy around me, it was very, I don't want to say enabling, but I don't know, like, for lack of a better term, it was very enabling for me to stay how I was because I was being affirmed that I looked amazing. I look incredible. I look so good. So hearing that constantly from the person that you're with is obviously you're gonna believe them. Why would you lie to me? And on top of that, you with me, so I must look the good some way, somehow. And on top of that, I know I look the good some way, somehow. So yeah, of course you better be here. Being in that relationship, I realized my ex was like a security blanket, ignoring the 3D. Like, the reason why I ignored how I looked and I was able to ignore how I looked for so long was because I had a person that was kissing on my belly and rubbing on my fat, and like, it was easy for me to believe that I didn't look how I looked. So now, when we ended up ending things, I came back to Canada. I didn't have my protection anymore. I didn't have my shield. You know what I mean? My little security blanket. It was no longer with me. So when people were leaving these mean comments now, I started hiding myself. I started seeing myself. I started being like, oh my gosh, like, why is everybody saying that I'm fat? What are you guys talking about? Like, where do you see fat? I see slim thick. That was the delusion. And I don't know. I don't want to call it delusion because shit. We made it somewhere with it. That was literally the interpretation in my mind. Like, what are you guys talking about? You guys are haters. And it just became so heavy because so many people were like DMing me, telling me that I was the toxic one. I was getting blamed for making someone else gain weight. Like, that was happening so much. And I'm like, how could I make someone gain weight when I look the same?
Very demure, very mindful.
Literally, I remember saying that. How can I make somebody gain weight when I look the exact same? I did not look the exact same from nothing. Girl, what was you talking about? I remember I went to the doctor. I weighed myself. The doctor told me that I was like 370 pounds. And I don't even think the number clicked to me. And I'm like, I'm almost 400 pounds. What? Where? I'm looking down at my stomach. I'm looking at myself. I'm like, where is this weight? Literally, when I looked at myself, I did not see it. Like, I don't know what it was. I looked in the mirror, I seen it. But when I looked down at myself, I didn't see it. When people took pictures of me, I seen it. But if I look at my arm and my body right now, I see skinny. Well, not skinny, but like I see like just regular. I would look down and I wouldn't see all that weight. I wouldn't see all that pressure. I went to the doctor. They told me that I was about 370 pounds. I couldn't believe it. The man told me I was hyperallergenic. What? Pre-blood pressure. I had pre-hypertension. I had pre-diabetes, pre-high cholesterol. Like, I was literally on the verge of having all of these things. And I was so scared to like be forced to take pills every day for the rest of my life. Like, I was so scared to be like laid up in my bed and like I couldn't move. I was so scared. The reality of, oh my gosh, what if one more burger makes me one of these things? What if I'm diabetic now because I had one extra chocolate bar? What if I have high cholesterol now because I eat too many eggs? Like, I had one too many eggs. Bro, I was frightened. I'm not gonna lie. I was so scared. I was just getting out of a breakup, divorce. I was just coming back to Canada, having to move back into my mom's house. I'm like literally trying to rebuild myself. I did not want to have the burden of having a sickness on top of everything that I have to deal with. You feel me? So from that moment, I kind of just cut out eating fast food for real. Like, that was like the main thing, because when I was home, we were literally sharing like dollar burgers. Yo, before we were living in the back of a McDonald's parking lot. I had the McDonald's app on my phone. It was like Thirsty Thursdays. On Thursday, you get like a supersized drink for like $1. We was sharing that drink and going to get refills all day. Fries on Friday, we were buying like a medium fries for like $1 or something. Bro, we literally kept finding all the hacks, and my nutrition was so shit at the time. So when I came back to Canada, finding out all those things were like going wrong with me, or like all those things I was on the verge of having, I immediately was like, bro, no more fast food. I am not eating a McDonald's. I'm not eating a Harvey's. Pizza will never see me again. The only time I'm gonna eat is if I go out to a restaurant, because it's actually cooked food. Like, I'm not gonna play with myself. I came back, I went on trips and everything. Bro, let me tell you this one little random story. Bro, so I went out to Connecticut with Tay. I went out to freaking Connecticut, bro. Why were we sitting courtside at a basketball game? And this lady, this fucking big dirty gal, no, I'm joking. This bumbleclot lady come up to me and she's just like, literally hyperventilating with tears in her eyes. I couldn't even believe it. And you know what she said to me? Oh my God. Are you Lizzo? Bro, she asked me if I was Lizzo. First of all, I'm gonna insert the pictures because I look way bigger than Lizzo. In my mind, I'm out here looking like Gabrielle Union. What are you talking about, Lizzo? Also, I noticed like when people would take pictures of me, I hated the pictures. I would never post the pictures because it wasn't in alignment with the person that I thought I was. Like, I would sit there and I would think I'm sitting pretty, like, and then I would look at the photo and I'd be like, and it's not the angle, because no matter what angle the person is taking the photo from, I look the same. My body's giving the same energy. So I'm just there like, what's one of two things is not adding up. Like, one thing don't make sense without the other. Like, I never posted photos because I finally started seeing, damn, I am not as slim as I thought I was. I'm not as little as I thought I was. That literally was the beginning of my realization of my weight loss. You know what I mean? Like, that was like the, oh shit. And it's crazy crazy because when I tell you I was still getting bitches, I was still getting women like all shapes, all sizes. I remember I went to this pool party. Look at how I'm looking at the pool party. Look at how I'm looking at the pool party. When I tell you this baddie came up to me, this femme baddie, and she was like, you're so beautiful. Like, this nigga came up to me, like, people were coming up to me. So in my mind, even with my hair looked like one piece of wet mop. Lord, I don't know who said you was killing this wet look, sis. Lord, Father God. When I tell you, like, people would approach me, people would come up to me, I thought I was her. After I realized that, bro, your back is pretty bomba clot big. It was only after I realized that I'm like, damn, like maybe I should lose some weight. Maybe I should lose a couple pounds. When I was in the gym, I was mad inconsistent. I would have my membership and I would not go in for months at a time. Like I literally would go in and then I would probably be like on the treadmill for like 30-40 minutes, or maybe I'll do like an hour. Maybe I'll get like a motivational day and I'll be on the treadmill for like an hour. I stayed away from the weights. I stayed away from most of the machines. Like I would do like a 1-2 machine, like ones that look really easy, really like understandable, that wouldn't embarrass me because I could understand the mechanism. There's no way that I could get this wrong. You feel me? So I would stick to machines like that, but it would mostly be like treadmill. Like it would mostly be, let me just stay on this treadmill. Since I was a kid, I never really drank like paw. I would drink like an occasional juice. I never really cared for juice. I love water. I've always drank water. Like, oh, you know what else? When I was in a relationship, I used to snore really freaking badly. I remember my ex used to wake me up in the middle of the night because I would be snoring so freaking loud. When I would get invited, like with my friends, I would also be snoring in like the hotel room. My best friend, she didn't care. Like she would be able to sleep through my snoring. But like if there was anybody else in the room, they would hear me snore and it would be like annoying to them. So I started feeling like an inconvenience. I started feeling like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to be around if I'm snoring. But I found out the reason that I was snoring so much was because I was overweight, was because I had sleep apnea. And that was my main goal, was to get rid of the snoring at night. No matter what, I literally told myself I have to lose weight because I don't want to snore. I don't want to lay next to a person and then they can't sleep anymore. I don't want to be in a room with somebody and they're like looking at me because it's like, why are you snoring so loud? I feel like if I can help something, I will. Knowing that I snored bothered me so much because there was nothing that I can do. Sleep is so important to me. So if I'm messing up your sleep because I'm dreaming and sleeping like a baby.
Y'all, I am currently editing this video right now and I am realizing how much of a freaking people pleaser I was. Like I literally tried to people please even in my sleep. Like, are you for real? Like, I realized how much of an inconvenience I felt, and I tried to take up as less space as I possibly could. Like, honestly, wow, honestly, I'm just eating myself up. I'm coming to a lot of realizations. I'm very happy that, of course, I made the change, like, and I feel way healthier and I feel way better. But majority, hold on.
It's like, I don't know, like I'm a very considerate person, and so I kind of lost weight for the convenience of other people. Oh my gosh, am I reading myself right now? I lost weight for the convenience of other people. That is so crazy to say out loud. Like a major part, like a major reason is because I did not want to annoy my future partner. I did not want to annoy anybody that had the privilege of sleeping in the same room as me. I didn't want to irritate, you know what I mean? Like, so now I'm definitely in a space and a place where I'm being way more intentional with my weight loss. I go to the gym and I actually put that work in. You feel me? Like I'm actually eating healthier foods. I'm actually eating fuller meals. If you want a video about that, I can make another video separate, but it's more going to be a journey that you're going to take with me, because these are things that I'm building right now. These are not things that I have set in stone. I also fasted a couple times. I'll have a small bag of chips. Like I'll get like the portioned out sizes, so I'm not sitting there with a bag of chips and I'm eating and I'm not buying a whole pizza. Like I'm buying like a sliced. You know what I mean? Like, it was inconvenient because in my mind I kept saying, I'm saving so much more money if I buy the bigger version. I am saving myself in the long run if I just stick to doing what I'm doing. Like, if I just have the things portioned out for me, you feel me? Like, I was also dating this girl for a while. Oh, she was a vegan. So her being a vegan, it influenced me to become a vegan. I was able to like quit cold turkey for like 2 years. I stopped eating everything. I stopped eating meat altogether. I was literally eating vegetables and french fries. I remember I was so happy, like fries, potatoes, cauliflower, broccoli. Like, I literally was just overloading on the things that I loved. Like, I was ODing on the things that like I really like. So I really like broccoli. I'm gonna cook down bare broccoli. I really like spinach. I'm gonna cook down hella spinach. Spinach and rice, broccoli, and I was eating also like vegan meats. You know what I mean? Just because I wanted that little extra. Yeah, like a lot of beans, a lot. I forgot that I was vegan. That's crazy work. I was vegan for a little while, and then damn, I wish I just wrote down every year so I could just remember what happened. After I stopped being vegan, I kind of feel like I just maintained this weight that I'm at right now. Like, I kind of just am how I am. I think I've been probably this range of weight between like the 240s to like, I'll say like 255 since like 2022. Yeah, since 2022, I've been at this same range. Now I'm taking in how far, and I'm realizing like, bro, I can go so much further. Like, this doesn't have to be where I stop. I'm understanding that I attached my being and who I was and how I showed up and how I was perceived and my identity. I attached my identity to being plus size. I was always the plus size friend. I was always the big girl. I was always classified as these things. So it became a part of my identity and it became a part of who I was. It was only until I realized like, bro, why am I self-proclaiming that? Why am I putting that on myself? Even when I look at inspo pics of how I want my body to be, I always look at plus size girls. Like, I never look at smaller girls. And I mean, to each his own. You can draw inspiration from wherever and whenever and however. Do what you need to do for yourself, of course. But for me, I don't know. I feel like I had to realize like the body that I was in before, it was a trauma response. I'm an emotional eater. So me looking at my emotions, I can see my emotions on me. You know what I mean? Like, I walk around with my emotions on me, and that I started feeling uncomfortable. Like, I feel uncomfortable with it. Like, I think that's probably why I have not been super active on social. That's why I probably have not been super like in your face. Look at me, I lost all this weight. Not only that, bro, when you lose weight, people treat you so different. When you go from like looking how I was looking to like this, people treat you like kind of weird. You go from, oh, she's so sweet and she's so cute, and you know what I mean, like, to now it's like, oh, you're so full of yourself. Oh my gosh, you're so gassed. You're so toxic. Why are you calling yourself fat? Did y'all not see what I see? The energy of how people treat you is so different when you're like plus size, like real, like big, like juiciest baby girl around, to now like everything's different. Like, I can't even believe it. Even me just walking through certain places, people used to kind of screw up their face at me. I always thought it was because I was so pretty. I was just like, oh my god, they're so mad because I'm pretty as fuck. Even on planes, I'd be so embarrassed asking for like an extra belt buckle. Oh my god, I would literally try to like hide it and like use my hand and like hold the buckle, or I would put my purse. And then I remember like a flight attendant was like, oh miss, you have to put your purse underneath, and I kind of was like, fuck. I'm like, okay. And then she was like waiting for me to do it, so I did it. And then she's like, oh, do you need an extra belt buckle? Yes, bitch. Like, I was literally gonna hold it. Literally. Imagine how unsafe that is. Imagine if something, God forbid, something really happened on that motherfucking plane, and I was too proud to ask for a seatbelt extender. The way that people carried me then to now is so different. People hold the door open for me. People are always like smiling in my face. They want to know, oh, where are you from? What do you do? They treat me like I'm important. Before I realized how unimportant I was to society, I feel like I realized how unseen and overlooked I was in society just because of my weight. And I think that's so messed up. I think that's crazy. Like, one downside about losing weight is that you can feel the difference of how people had you fucked up. Like, you can feel the difference of how people had you fucked up. But it's crazy. I don't know. It was like a Freaky Friday happened with me, because I can talk about this in another video completely, but the confidence that I had when I was bigger compared to how it trickled and faded over time as I look how I look now is crazy. And I feel like even though I looked how I look now, I still carry the mindset of allowing no boundaries and being a people pleaser of how I was before. Does that make sense? Even though I became the person that you see before me, I still had the mindset like I cannot have boundaries or stand on business when it comes to what I want, because people are gonna reject me because I'm still too big. You know, if y'all are experiencing anything that I'm talking about, please comment. I did not expect this video to go in this direction. If you guys have any questions about my weight loss journey, if you guys have any questions about anything that you heard in the video that you just want clarity on, please drop a little comment. I hope I gave somebody the motivation and understanding that, bro, you really look how you think you look. You just need to move how you fucking think you look. You feel me? Really know that you're that. Like, really know that you're really it. You don't need to lose a pound to know that you're that girl. You don't need to, but if you want to, if that's something you desire, if that's like how you're leaning and how you want to move, you can do that. You can do that. This is your world, baby. And yeah, like, stand on business when it comes to you. Doesn't matter your size, doesn't matter your age, nothing. I don't want to hear it. Stand on business when it comes to you. Let them eat it and pay them in dust, because people are going to treat you how they treat you because of how you treat yourself. I love you guys so much. So yeah. And follow me on Instagram because I said so. No, I'm joking. Follow me on Instagram at icount6shots. Subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be dropping some more videos, especially if you guys like this chaotic one. There's a lot more chaos where this comes from. Bye.